Hello, honeys. Welcome to the next lesson. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about making peace with your food. Now, to explain what this means, I'm guessing sometime in your life you've had some thought or someone talk about the morality of food, right? Some things bad, some things are good. You ate a piece of chocolate, so you're bad. A certain type of food, bad. Yeah, well, food doesn't have a moral compass. It's just food. It's no right or wrong. It's just food. I can remember growing up. People in my life people close to me, would always say, I'm being bad today. I'm going to have XYZ. And I also remember people specifically involved with diet culture talking about how food was bad. I remember someone telling me fruit was bad for you. And it was bad. Fruit was bad. Pretty sure they weren't right. I know they're not right. It doesn't make sense that we have attached morals to food. So let's do a little dive. Have you ever told yourself you were bad or good for eating certain types of food? Have you labeled certain types of food being bad or good? Just a quick check-in. Okay. This is where we start to have the awareness. Step 2 is coming to peace with your food. Food is not against you. Your body is not against you. Making peace with food means, like we said in the last lesson, pushing your plate away and knowing I can come back to it. That's a peaceful exit. Peace with food means also having grace, I would say, because we're not perfect. And some days I love having chocolate. Does that make me bad? Does that make chocolate bad? No, it's just chocolate. And I'm at peace knowing I can have a couple pieces and it's not going to make my tummy hurt. And that I'm not going to eat an entire box because I'm at peace with it. It's not something that I've put on a pedestal thinking it was restricted or I had to idolize it and keep it so far away from me because I didn't know how to be in front of it. Have you ever limited snacks in the house? Or have you ever disregarded going to a certain kind of restaurant because of the type of food they serve? Because you don't have control? And every time you get around food, you start to feel anxiety? Why do we do this? Why do we have so much anxiety when it comes to food? A toddler doesn't have anxiety around food. They can look at a piece of chocolate and say, yummy, piece of chocolate. As soon as you start to say, oh no, sweetie, that's bad for you, you can't have any. Now, sometimes toddlers need to know moderation. And we all need to learn moderation. But idolizing food, putting food on a pedestal and making it God, and feeling like we can go nowhere near that food because we won't be able to control ourselves, is another indicator that we're not at peace with our food. Now, the answers to how to solve this problem are complicated because it may go really, really deep inside of you, and there are a lot of wires attached to that feeling of food being a reward, food feeling above us, or some foods feeling below us. In my own life, I'm gonna get real here. I was very restrictive in the food I ate growing up. It was not until I learned about intuitive eating that I was able to apply these principles to my life. One thing I did that shifted everything was stop caring so much. Eat when you feel inclined to eat. Stop eating when you're inclined to stop eating. And make peace with your food. Your food is there to nourish you, heart, body, soul. It doesn't need to have any connotations to it regarding morality. It just needs to be food. So check in with yourself as you are approaching the refrigerator or pantry or going to eat out with whomever in this next week. And ask yourself if you've been limiting yourself to only certain types of food because you haven't made peace with it. Or maybe you've been avoiding certain types of food because they're bad and only eating specific foods because they're good. Remember, food is just food. It has no moral compass. I hope this lesson helped. I hope you can check in throughout the week and create awareness around how to make peace with your food. If you approach a certain type of food maybe you've been avoiding, maybe take it slowly. Maybe you just have a piece and you can move on. Slowly but surely, you're going to have a lot more freedom with your food choices, and you're going to have a lot less anxiety when it comes to mealtime. Blessings.